Tag team match with 2 single titles at stake. I understand it has been approved by Continental Championship Wrestling and the NWA, but I want to hear it from you.
All right, Gordon, and all these good people in Alabama, they heard what Tom Pritchard and Jerry Stubbs had to say. Well, Tim Horner and myself were sitting in our dressing room and we were watching our monitor, and we heard what they was running their jaws about, too. They want single titles on the line. Jerry Stubbs is screaming, well, I ain't been getting title shots, or I haven't got a title shot. Well, I'm going to tell you what. You couldn't get the job done one-on-one, so you're looking for another outlet, Jerry Stubbs. You want to try 2-on-2? And you talk about trusting a partner. Let me tell you about this partner right here. White Lightning, Tim Horner, and I were national tag team champions for quite some time, and I've got as much trust in this man right here as a tag partner, just about as much trust as you can have in a tag partner. He's like a brother to me, and as far as a challenge goes, you can hear me out right now. Challenge accepted. Continental title up against you, Jerry Stubbs. U.S. Junior shot for Tim Horner.
All right, fair enough.
We know, Pritchard, you sure know how to pick your running buddies, because you're in the same boat he is. You can't beat nobody one-on-one without digging into a bag of tricks and getting something out. So I don't know nothing else to do, Jack, but let's get it on.
All right. And they are headed for the ring right now to, in fact, get it on right here at Boutwell Auditorium. Both titles on the line. These are single titles on the line in tag team action. That promises to be very exciting indeed. So, let's go now to our ring announcer for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this winner-take-all match is scheduled at one fall. There is a 20-minute time limit. First of all, weighing in at 224 pounds from Houston, Texas, the United States Junior Champion, here is Tom Pritchard. And his partner for tonight's tag battle, weighs in at 232 pounds from Pensacola, Florida. He calls himself Mr. Perfect, Jerry Stubbs. And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents making their way to ringside. First of all, weighing in at 223 pounds from Morristown, Tennessee, Mr. White Lightning, Tim Horner. And ladies and gentlemen, your Continental Heavyweight Champion at Brad Armstrong. Your referee, Roy George, one fall, 20-minute time limit, both titles on the line.
All right, you heard the man say it. The referee is holding up both belts. That's Roy George holding up both belts. Each team holding one belt, but those are single titles. Interesting concept here. It could be that, well, I wonder what would happen. The team that wins then would hold both belts. I wonder if they'd divide the belts and one person each holding those belts, or would they put it on the winner of the fall? Now that becomes intriguing. We'll just have to find out. Pritchard complaining. They lock up, collar and elbow, back into the ring ropes. Continental title and the U.S. Junior title. And Mr. Pritchard complaining. Brad Armstrong squaring off. He and Tim Horner in the aquamarine tights, and the tag is made. So, Pritchard and Stubbs somewhat confused by the activity. Now it's Jerry Stubbs, Mr. Perfect, out there. Side headlock and holding it rather effectively. Good kip up, and it was Armstrong set and ready. Beautiful. Spin over, another spin under takedown. Pritchard charges in, and Brad Armstrong catches him. He's got both of them against him now, and it's Horner catching Pritchard. Stubbs brought up into a high body slam. You talk about action. We've got it here. An interesting flight into Birmingham today. Had a chance to chat with one of Birmingham's outstanding city officials, Jackson B. Bailey, city clerk, Birmingham. Side headlock once again, and it's Horner tagging up. Wait a minute. Horner had him both in trouble, but Pritchard tried to turn the table. Horner moving against him once again. Horner catches Jerry Stubbs, a beautiful drop kick. Horner up another beautiful drop kick on the Mr. Perfect. Then he catches Tom Pritchard. And so both Jerry Stubbs and Tom Pritchard outside the ring. And a tremendously enthusiastic crowd here at the Boutwell Auditorium, deep in the heart of the gateway city to the southwest Birmingham, Alabama. Two titles on the line tonight. And don't forget, of course, next week here on Continental Championship Wrestling, World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair defends his title. That'll be next week here on Continental Championship Wrestling. The NWA World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair defends his title. Some double teaming here on Tim Horner. Irish whip off the ropes. High backdrop. Horner in trouble. Jerry Stubbs, Mr. Perfect, feeling very confident about things. Horner explodes. Catches both Pritchard and Stubbs. Not in that order, however. Stubbs first, single leg pickup now by Stubbs. Now Pritchard punishing him, catching him in those abdominal muscles. Snapmare that takes him to the mat once again. Drives into the pectoralis majors. Remember, two titles on the line here. Single individual titles. One held by Pritchard, one held by Brad Armstrong. In a highly spirited crowd. Jerry Stubbs makes the tag. Stubbs fires to the midsection. A clubbing forearm across the back. Snapmare that has Horner to the canvas. Horner tries to reach out, missed the tag. Horner reaching out vainly. Say a special hi to my little granddaughter, Samantha. Now, Lilburn, Georgia, just outside of the Big A. Stubbs and Horner exchanging some forearms now. It's He may have it. No, sir. Broken up by Pritchard. Tag is made. Pritchard in there drives a boot to the midsection of Tim Horner. Off the ropes once again that time. It is Horner utilizing that boot very nicely. Brad Armstrong back in there. Brad Armstrong connecting well. Beautiful high-flying drop kick. And it's Armstrong with a side headlock. Catches Stubbs and all right, our close-up camera right there at ringside. Stubbs coming around very, very slowly. Pritchard up at ringside once again. Horner exploding on Stubbs. Watch this one. We got a pinfall. We got a pinfall. And, well, I don't know. Some dubious things about that. Some dubious situations there. With Jerry Stubbs and Tom Pritchard walking away from Brad Armstrong and Tim Horner. And Horner complaining to the referee. But Pritchard and Stubbs beating a hasty retreat. They copped the belts and left the ring area. For the official word, here's our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the time of 8 minutes and 17 seconds, the fall in the match was awarded to the team of Jerry Stubbs, Mr. Perfect, and Tom Pritchard.